What is up, Retromaniacs? My name is Mike, his name is Joe, and his name is EP. And card collectors need to stop using these 5 terms. This week, we're going to give you our list, our top 5, if you will, of sports card collector terms that are just overused, used wrong, just pretty much annoying in every way, right?
Yes.
Can we agree on that?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Okay, let's get started with number 5. Invest. Joe, give us your thoughts.
I was going to let EP do his. Yeah, I mean, we talked about this a lot on the pod so many times. Cards aren't an investment, they're a hobby. Yes, they may go up and down in value, but for the most part, you have to treat them as a hobby if you treat them as a true investment. So when people say, buy this card now, invest in this card, it just goes right under my skin. They might as well just call cards assets at that point, because I am just it's just too much for me. Stop saying the word invest when you're posting a card that's worth like $20 too. Like, if you're gonna say invest, at least make it like it needs to be like over $10,000,
like a
right?
50K card, yeah.
Like a 50K card. When you say invest on like a $20 auto that's not graded and that looks like crap, stop. Please stop.
I cannot. This is one of my most things that I can't. I get so upset about when I'm looking at a listing of like 200 vintage cards and unopened packs. Invest like what in 1990 Donruss packs, 91 Donruss packs? Yeah, invest in what? Seriously, like this term is so overused. Like, it's again, like Joe said, unless you're talking like 50K or 10K, even 1K or 5K. You don't use the word invest. Like, it's over. It's done.
Yeah. I mean, they're cards at the end of the day. Come on. Yeah. Some people might put money into them to invest. That's fine if you want to consider it an investment. I guess for some people, some cards can be an investment, but overall they're not. It's a collectible. It's something that may go up or down, like Joe said, but like to call packs of Donruss from 1990 an investment,
well,
and to put your little upgraph.
Oh, you beat me to it, Mike. I was gonna say, what makes you sicker, seeing the word invest or the upgraph?
I know, yeah, like that's a subcategory for this one. It's not only using the word invest, especially on eBay, to sell your card. Using the little upgraph is just a whole other level. Go ahead, EP.
There are pieces of cardboard with a face on it, with a player's face or a player doing something on it. That's the bottom line. That's all it is. Or chromium, maybe, But in the end,
we'll give some honorable mentions to categories that go along with investment, like you said earlier, asset. That a little there, and my personal favorite, portfolio.
I've seen that one too.
So
let me open up my case. You can see my portfolio here.
The portfolio of my assets that I have invested in.
Yeah,
this is where we are, and it's 1990 Donruss. So yeah. In that case, EP has been investing for a long time. He has quite a few investments.
Can I interest you in any Donruss rack packs?
Invest.
Would you like to expand your investment?
Would you like to invest?
Portfolio? Yeah. Would you like to expand your portfolio?
You gotta get that diverse portfolio.
Diversify the portfolio with different asset classes. Yeah. Okay. Number 4. I just pulled this card and I am literally shaking. No, you're not literally shaking. Please, no. Especially if you're on hobby Twitter, this term. People pull from their car rips. They're going to pull a card. I'm literally shaking. You're not literally shaking. You're not. People use this word literally, and they don't even know what the word literally means. You're not literally shaking. Please, for the love of all things holy, stop. Just please stop.
They're literally shaking, yet they can take the picture.
You can't take a picture if you're literally shaking. Exactly. That is the proof.
Right. As the card went from a 10 to a 8 to a 6 to a 4. Like, stop shaking your card. Yeah, you're not literally shaking anything. Just stop. I've opened up packs and I pulled some cool cards that have quite a bit of value. At no point was I literally shaking. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
I feel like if you pulled $1 million card or $100,000 card, but then you're not posting it to Twitter, like sitting in your car if you open up a card like that, you know what I mean? Like you're not like, and at the point, and at that point, at the point where you're like, okay, I got to take a photo of this, and you've stopped shaking at that point too. So like,
right. I have a question for you guys. Do you think people open up packs in their home as a little subcategory, and then they walk out to their car to take a picture?
Yeah.
And that has to happen, right? Like that's a thing that definitely occurs. Okay.
There's a lot of phony in the picture taking and the hit showing in the hobby, and the literally shaking. If you're literally shaking because you pulled a baseball card, might be time to go see a medical professional. That's all I'm saying. I'm not a doctor. I don't give medical advice, but please go to one and get some medical advice.
And by the way, these people in their cars that have more card supplies than the local card shop. Like, hold on, what size top loader do I need for this bad boy? I open up the glove compartment, you have them all there, but you're shaking the whole time you're doing it, so it might be tough.
Yeah, but where else can you show off that you drive a Toyota? Like, seriously. All right, number 3. This card, pack fresh. I pulled this just from a pack. It's pack fresh, baby. Send this into PSA. You got a 10 because it's pack fresh.
I hate that people use that as their reason for why this card shouldn't have gotten a 7 or an 8. You know what? I pulled this 1990 Donruss John Smoltz out of a pack just this week. Look at this. Look at this right here.
How's that not a 10?
How's that possible?
But it has to be a 10, though.
It has to be a 10. I just pulled it out of a pack. It's not centered perfectly either. How is that possible? Yeah. Here's a newer card, 2023 tops. I don't know if you can see it. There's an awful print line right down the middle. That is the deepest print line I've ever seen in my entire life in a card from 2023 tops. Just because it comes out of a pack, doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Don't you think, though, maybe if you put a little Post-it note on the card saver when you send it to PSA and say, hey, this is pack fresh, they'll be oh, okay, 10. Yeah, right? Yep. Isn't that how it works?
Yeah.
Depending on how many cards they're grading, they may appreciate the help.
Yeah. Right. So, just thought I'd help you out a little
pack
bit.
fresh, 10. Boom, handled. Yeah, pack fresh. I mean, I think I'm guilty. I've actually put it for like when I mean,
I'll put it in the listing. Sure.
I'll put it in the listing. I generally like when I open those 1990 Marvel Universe Series 1. Because so many of the stuff at that time was coming out of people's binders and they were bent and they were so I did point out, yes, these were recently opened from packs. I didn't expect someone to buy them and say, and I even put in the listing, do not expect this is a 10 though. Do not buy this pack fresh card thinking it's a 10 because there is a difference. I think a lot of people use that as a kind of a guise to, if I say it's pack fresh, someone might buy this from me thinking, oh, it's an automatic 10 as soon as you send the PSA. That's where I have the issue. I don't mind you letting me know it's pack fresh because I might be trying to build a set or whatever. Yeah. But if it's for grading purposes, that's where it gets kind of iffy.
Yeah.
That's same with me. I mean, I'm guilty of using it too, but it's typically in low dollar cards that I'm setting up like variation listings on eBay, like the action packed cards I did, the Pokemon Tops, like TV show cards. Like I wanted, like I feel like in that case, you're letting people know that these aren't ones that have been handled, haven't been thrown around in boxes out of binders, like not saying that these are PSA 10s. You're just saying that, these haven't been handled as much. We'll give a little caveat there for maybe use in that case. But EP, like you said, the people, it is wildly entertaining when you watch a reveal video and somebody doesn't get a 10, they get an 8 on something like from 2000. But I just pulled that out of a pack and it went right into the top load. That doesn't mean it's a 10. Pack fresh doesn't mean 10. Pack fresh means you just opened it from the pack. So I guess we're talking a little more misusage of this term.
I guess
overusage. But and Joe, I guarantee you there are probably people that put little notes on the cards they send to PSA.
Oh,
I didn't think
yeah.
about that,
For
but yeah.
sure
There has
there
to
are.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say, too, about the pack fresh thing. Yes, like EP showed, something can be pack fresh, but that doesn't account for centering. I opened up cards, like thicker cards recently, and all the corners were jacked up in some of the packs
Mhm.
because they're thicker cardstock. Like pack fresh doesn't mean perfect. I think people need to differentiate, like you said, Mike. The usage, the way they're using the phrase, I think is
Yeah.
what our biggest issue is.
And if I ever upload the 1979 Donruss Rock Stars box that I opened, you will see firsthand pack fresh does not mean even a PSA 5.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Number 2, eBay 1 of 1. Bro, come on. Just stop. Just stop. Don't do it. I don't care if it's numbered. Like, come on, any numbered card, you have the only one number of that card.
Right.
That's how serial numbering works. Like,
Yeah.
it's not CEREAL. You're not eating it. It's sequential numbers. Like, yeah, your number 7 out of 50 is an eBay 1 of 1. You're the only one that has it, but nobody calls it a 1 of 1. Just stop.
Yeah, and it's people look for the most random things. So, like,
It is entertaining in a way.
a jersey card, okay, it's a 1 of 1. The first card in the series is a eBay 1 of 1. The last card in the series is an eBay 1 of 1. If it is, I actually had someone I saw someone put the last 2 digits of the PSA cert number, I shit you not, were number 12, and it was a Tom Brady rookie card, and they put eBay 1 of 1, and they pointed to that 12 in the cert number. I'm like,
Wow.
this guy is just searching. He's begging to put 1 of 1 in that listing somehow to make someone fall for it.
To most of the people on eBay, I feel like that is not marketing. That is not going to sell your card any more than just having put the serial number there, 1 of whatever it is, or 001 of whatever it is. Like that. That will sell the card. Putting eBay 101 doesn't help your sales in any way whatsoever.
Yeah. Right. Nobody has ever bought one and said, "Oh, it's an eBay 101
right.
though. I got to get that," right?
They're rolling their eyes as they're clicking, "Okay, I'll buy this one."
Right. Or you'll have people that have like a card that's serial number 2 of 2, and they'll put eBay 1 of 1. It's like, it's not good enough that it's a card only numbered 2.
Yeah.
You have to find a way to call it
I have number
eBay
2.
1.
Yeah. There are no other 2 of 2s.
There's no other 2 of 2s. Or what they'll do is, if it's the only one of that card on eBay, they will also call it an eBay 1 of 1.
Oh God, really?
So I just said
that,
yeah. Like, if it's a low numbered card, like numbered to 50 or whatever, and there's no other ones available on eBay, I've seen people put eBay 1 of 1, and I'll search. I'm like, why is this a 1 of 1? And they'll put in the description, no other one on eBay. Like, okay, man, come on. Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah,
it's bad.
It is bad. Just stop. Just stop.
Stop.
And that brings us to our number 1 term. This one is by far the most overused term, incorrectly used term you've ever heard in sports card collecting world. Grail. My Grail card. Yeah. Stop. Stop right now. Stop yesterday. Just stop. I understand there are cards out there that people have wanted maybe half their life, weren't able to afford when they were younger, always wish they could have it. They get older and they finally acquire it. I'm not saying that Grail cards don't exist. They absolutely do. But if you're out there calling every other week a new card your Grail card, was it really ever your Grail card, bro? No, it wasn't. Grail card is that like ultimate card that you've always wanted, that you finally attained. Maybe you didn't even attain it. It can't be everything, a different thing every other week. Come on.
Right. Yeah, it's pretty bad, especially, you'll see this on Twitter a lot. How many times have we texted each other? Certain people on Twitter will post, just acquired my Grail card, and I'll look, and it's the card's from 2022. Like, dude, it's not a Grail card if it's from 2022. It just can't. I refuse to let that be a thing. Like,
and it's the third card in the last month that he's acquired that was a Grail card.
And the other Grails they sold, right?
Yeah,
right. And then admonish people for selling cards. I mean, but hey, that's a whole other thing. But yeah, Grail cards, they need, like you said, Mike, they're called a Grail for a reason. The Holy Grail, it's the thing that is unattainable. It should be very, very difficult to attain. And maybe 10, 20 years after you first saw that card, now you have some extra scratch. Maybe you hit a lottery number or whatever. Maybe it's a 52 mantle. You never thought you'd be able to attain one, and you have the ability now to own a 52 mantle. That's okay. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
But don't call a 2022 or 2023 Topps Bo Jackson base card a Grail card. I don't know what you were showing, EP. It was a Bo Jackson something. But you can't call that your Grail card. It just isn't. That's not what that is. It can be a cool card that you love and you really, really want to own. And, oh, man, I can't wait to get this in my personal collection. I'm so excited to do that. Cool. Not a Grail card.
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head with the 52 mantle reference and the Holy Grail reference. Like that's like, you want to talk about a true 101? Like the Holy Grail, the Holy Grail, like that is like the true 101 type thing.
That's where the term eBay 101.
Yeah. And so like you think about it, like I personally, I don't have a Grail card. If I had a Grail card, it probably would be that Reggie Jackson autograph from 1990 Upper Deck. That's the only card that I've actually thought about owning for a long time. Like a 52 mantle is an awesome card, but it's not like I'm like, man, when I was a little kid, it's like, man, I really want to own one of those when I grow up. Was not the case. And that's so like, I feel like I don't really even have a Grail card because of that. Like that, the Grail is something special. That is something that you have pined over from the moment you realized what a card is, that your eyes saw a card and said, I want that. And that's like kind of like what Mike said, like that is exactly what a Grail should be.
Right. And it's okay to not have a Grail card. Like you said, EP, I don't know that I have a Grail card either. Like there aren't any cards that I really have longed for that long.
And we both love cards.
We do. So many cards. And there are a lot of cards that I have wished I had for a long time, but I haven't really made a whole lot of effort to acquire them. So they're definitely not Grail cards. They're really cool, really nice cards that would be great in my collection. I'd be happy to have, but it's not a Grail card. And a lot of people don't have a Grail card. They just don't realize they don't have a Grail card because everything that comes up in their mind that they want is now a Grail card.
Right. It's like there's these two ways of thinking. It's one, it's maybe I have a Grail card. Probably not though. Two, every single card I've ever wanted ever, Grail card.
It's a Grail card, yeah.
It is an absolute Grail card. So yeah, it's like there needs to be some sort of middle ground there where it's not everything is a Grail card whenever you see it.
All right. Well, hopefully we have changed the lives of a number of people watching this video. Just please take our word for it. Stop using these terms. We'll be back next week. Take care, guys.
See ya, boys.
See ya.